Hi guys, welcome back. Uh, in this session, I'll be taking up depreciation key under asset accounting. In my previous session, we took up chart of depreciation, depreciation areas, and asset classes. These are some of the workings, if you remember. Okay. Now, in this session, we shall take up depreciation key. I told you this is very important topic. Depreciation key is basically an object in which method of depreciation, rate of depreciations are stored. Not only that, there are many more configurations stored in depreciation key. We shall see them now. Let's head to SAP screen. In my previous session, we completed till asset classes. Now go back, go to depreciation, under valuation methods. Under depreciation key, we maintain a depreciation key and I execute this. Data depreciation is 9001. Let's create a new entry. Depreciation key. Let me create SLM. SLM for plant and machinery. Okay. Plant SLM. Straight line machinery. Sorry, straight line method. Plant and machinery. Straight line method. All right. There are few options here which may not be important at the moment. Okay. And let's move. Double click on assignment of calculation methods. New entries. Under depreciation type, it's ordinary depreciation. There are various types of depreciation such as special tax and interest. These are not used in many of the cases. There is only an option provided by SAP. But the basically used option is ordinary depreciation. Phase. This is interesting. Here, from the start of depreciation means that this is the first depreciation to be started. Change or within planned useful life. That means as if this depreciation key is used as a second method of an asset after the planned useful life. Next, change or after end of the useful life. That means this depreciation key is to be used as if the uh, the useful life of an asset is finished and I'm now using this depreciation key as a primary depreciation. Since this is the first depreciation run, I would choose from the start of depreciation. Base method. Here, base method, you will find approximately 41 entries. But what we need to choose is this. Ordinary depreciation, percentage from useful life. Now, you tell me what the formula of straight line method is. It is the cost or an asset cost by useful life of the asset, correct, is a depreciation. So this is percentage from useful life. I use that. Next, these are few mandatory fields. Let us fill them. Period control. What does this period control mean? I can tell you what period control is. I'll have to use another session, please. Asset accounting. Under depreciation, valuation methods, period control, maintain period control. I'll tell you what this period control is basically. Just hold on. Okay, here, I just texting. Okay, here. What does this 0102 mean? I can take you to Much better way should be taking you to this. Maintain period control methods. Okay. Here, these are the similar selections 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I, and 1 in this drop down, correct? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I, and 1. What does this 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 2 mean? I'll show you just now. Here. What does this 0, 1 mean? 0, 1 means 0, 1 is for ACQ. ACQ stands for acquisition. Acquisition pro rata at period start date. How do you want to consider acquisition of an asset? Okay, it should be as if pro rata at period start date. Addition of an asset is similar, pro rata at the start date, and retirement. Retirement is pro rata up to mid period at period start date. Now these are some configurations which are specific to country and also somewhere specific to organization as well. Well, the basic configuration used by most of the organizations is 001 as standard. But still, if your client or your organization wants something different, you can always opt to up to their requirements. This is what your client needs to explain you. Okay. So here, I don't have specific purpose for this. I would use 001. Multi-level method. Multi-level method is where you wish to have separate percentages at different years. For example, first few years you need this percentage, then next after a few years you need another percentage. In that case, you can just check them out. I'll also tell you what this multi-level method means. Currently we are assigning a straight line method depreciation key, but in case of written down value method, you will choose from multi-level methods itself. Okay, so for example, M1, M2 here, they seem to be multi-level method. Just give me a moment, I'll let you know. Here, there are multi-level methods. There are a few at the end. No, they are not WDVs. For WDV, there needs to be a separate configuration. So for now, I don't need any multi-level method, so I'm going with 0%. And the class, it's straight line depreciation. Change method, no automatic changeover, please. Multiple shift, currently there is no multiple shift in our case. No scrap. And shutdown. Shutdown means if you don't want to use this depreciation key anymore. So I'm done with the configurations. I save this. Well, saving wouldn't do, just you will have to activate this depreciation key. Fine, after you save, now just go back one more step, go back, select your entry and activate, and then save. So now your entry is activated. All right, now please go back. You are done with depreciation keys. Now ideally our next option should be creation of an asset master. But there is also a prerequisite for creating an asset master. There is an option you need to trigger, this: deactivate assets for chart of depreciation, asset class for chart of depreciation. Unless you go inside this, it's determine depreciation areas in the asset class. Unless you go inside this option, unless you go inside this transaction, you cannot create an asset master. I'll show you. Under this asset class, I go inside. Look, all the depreciation areas are deactivated. You cannot create an asset if they are deactivated. So just remove these check marks. Now follow the sequence I'm doing. First, we need to remove the check marks, and add a layout here 1000. If you remember, I already told you that let's use a standard layout of 1000 under screen layout. We have discussed this in the first video. Then the depreciation key to be used. Look, since these are mandatory fields, you need to fill them. The depreciation key is PLSL. This is what we just created, right? So you only need to enter first and second, first and third. Okay, the second value will be picked from the book depreciation, the first one. Just save this. Now you're ready to create an asset master. Let's create an asset master now. Well, the T code is AA02, sorry, AA01. Let me go this way. That should be better. Under, not under postings, it's under master data. Asset create AS01, and first what you need is an asset class. Asset class we have already created. Company code is 1610. Oh, sorry, company code is 9001. My mistake. Here. All right, and press enter. Number of similar assets. It depends how many assets are you going to create at once. So here you need the description here. Let it be anything such as this, plant and machinery. Main text be similar. This can also be grouped with your asset numbers or asset codes if you have any. Quantity be 1 each or whatever unit of measure you have. Depreciation areas, what is the useful life? For example, 5 years. Also, if it is more than 5 years but less than a year, you can have periods here. For example, 5 years 1 month, 5 years 2 months, you can have here periods as well. And save. So we have now created an asset. Now in this video we have just reached the end of our video after creating an asset. In my next session we will learn how to acquire an asset, retire an asset, and transfer an asset. Okay, and also we would run a depreciation. Also check the asset reportings. Thank you very much for now. See you next time. Bye bye.